NCAA. A lot of our brothers throughout history have gone through the NCAA.
Right.
Played football and basketball, soccer, whatever the sport may be, but predominantly basketball and football.
Yes, sir.
Made the university millions of dollars.
That's right.
Billions of dollars. Okay. Matter of fact, I believe some of them coaches make more than the NFL coaches.
That's the truth.
But these players do not get a chance to reap any of the financial reward
Right.
that the university does. They don't even get to sell their jersey.
That's right.
They don't get any of the ticket proceeds. They don't get any of that money. They get injured, they're done for. They got to go and rely on their academics, get a degree, in hopes to go start a business or, get a good career.
It sounds a lot like slavery, don't it?
Yeah.
Because you say, well, what they do get a full ride scholarship. They get a degree. Yeah, but does the degree work?
Correct.
See, if you ever file bankruptcy, speaking of finance, I don't care what chapter you file, 13, 15, 47, 457, whatever chapter you file, Sallie Mae and Freddie Mac gonna get theirs. You can never shake student loans off, so you always owe them the money. But to me, every black person I've ever met that has a degree is not working in the area that they got their degree in, and 99% of them are doing something they didn't even need the degree for. So my thing is that if you buy any product, let's say you bought a blender, and you took it home and they promised you that it would do all this on this cycle and it would do that, and you took it home and plugged it all up straight out the box and it didn't work, couldn't you take it back and get you a refund?
Correct.
Well, if you give me this piece of paper called a degree from these institutions of so-called higher learning, and I take this thing out into the marketplace and I can't use it, it's not working. It's not doing what it's supposed to do. Why come we can't take the degree back and get a full refund? I don't want no in-store credit. I want all my money back.
They're not gonna get that back.
But the point is, so when these athletes come out of there with a free piece of paper that doesn't work, a product that doesn't work, they're getting paid nothing then. So it's slavery by another name. These athletes that generate that revenue should get paid for generating that revenue. But again, here we go. We're gonna say, let's put a sign up. Let's fight. We want justice. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. We want pay. We instead of doing that, why not open up your own school, get your own arena, and let's just bring our own talent in and fill the stadium up and pay the people like they need to be paid, no matter what their age is, if they have the skill set and the magnetism to draw the crowd. So, I love to see what Ice Cube is doing with the Big Three.
Yep.
I love to see what Master P is doing. I love the spirit of LeVar Ball and I love the whole spirit of the family, because they're thinking like owners. They think like bosses and shot callers. He's not operating from the mind of a slave. And I'm saying for us as a people dealing with the Starbucks job or a Waffle House job or a Target job or LA Fitness job or a Walmart job, anything that we decide to boycott because of injustice to us as a people, you would be a happier human being doing what you love for less money than giving the prime of your life doing something you really don't like doing to people that don't even love you.
And knowing it's not guaranteed, because they can cut you and fire you at any moment.
Any time. So the minister said this one day. He said, I was looking up the definition of happiness. And he said, no, not in the dictionary, but I consulted myself. And when he said, I said, yeah, who in the hell is Webster anyway? I mean, we don't know nothing about Webster. How did he become the one to tell us what words mean? So I said when he said it, I said, yeah, I would much rather have a divine definition from a noble, honorable man of God like the minister than Webster. I don't know nothing about him. He said this. He said, happiness comes when you have found your purpose for living and you are fulfilling that purpose. That kind of person has an unspeakable joy. I said, boy, that's a whole new paradigm shift for the way we're trained by the materialism or the mammonism or the capitalist mind of white America. Because they tell you that happiness comes by feeling full your pocket. But really, happiness comes from fulfilling your purpose. You'll be happier doing what you're born to do for less money than being rich doing what you don't really like. I'd rather see a black man in his own business making $20,000 a year than to be a millionaire upholding white supremacy 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, personally rich but making sure his oppressor's on top. I'd much rather see him with less money.
And that's asking a lot, because you gotta, even in hip hop, we spoke about that. You know, the minister said one
good
rap
rap song is worth 1,000 of my sermons.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but if they know the minute they change the content of the music and the lyrics, profit margin is getting ready to go down, and some artists is probably not going to be willing to take that kind of hit. They don't want to lose their nice cars, the jewels, and the yachts and things of that nature. So Snoop Dogg did actually put out a gospel album.
That's right. But the point is this, though. The minister said to them, you know, right when we was pushing for 1010, he met with so many. Matter of fact, he probably met with all of the biggest artists on both sides of the equation, of hip-hop and R&B. And he told them this. He said, you all are leaders. And they was like, no, we're not leaders. You're the leader. No, you're a leader. He said, question, what do they call the people that look on your page and sign up for your pages? Followers. How many do you have versus the people that call themselves leaders? So you all are the real leaders. Whatever you say and whatever you do, our people duplicate it. Then he told them this. He said, you're an artist. Well, if you're an artist, question is, artists use paint. Your paint is your words. And the canvas that you're writing on is not on an easel. Your canvas is human minds that you're painting images into. You are that powerful, young artist. And then he said this. He said, you all are teachers. He said, matter of fact, you're the most effective of all the teachers. Because babies can remember your songs more than they can remember their lesson at school. In fact, Brother Taj, how do we learn our ABCs? Wasn't it a song?
Yeah.
And then next time, won't you sing? So if music was used to teach us the fundamentals of spelling, reading, and communicating, then music is the most effective teacher on the planet. So these brothers in the music industry, you're leaders, you're artists, and you're teachers. Now, what we also find is that those same monsters, demons or devils that we talked about with the nigga sing, dance, jump, die, they also are at the door of singing, dancing, and jumping. And they see, okay, black people know. Ask the average black child at school, what do you want to be in life? It's either an athlete or entertainer.
Right.
Every single time. So you got, like right now, there's 500,000 black boys playing high school basketball. 17,000 of them will be able to make it to college and play. But out of the 17,000 from that 500,000 that was in high school playing, only 34 of them will make it to the NBA. Hold on, watch this, Brother Taj. And out of the 34 that make it to the NBA, out of 500,000, only 7 of them will get a starting job. So you mean to tell me you got 500,000 black boys competing for 7 full-time jobs? Think about that math. So what the white man knows, the big shot calling devils, what they know is that since you all want to be athletes or entertainers, all of your gift, skills, and talent, all of your greatness, all of your excellence, you're tunneling it in this area. So all I got to do is stand at the door. And when you show up, you know what? There's 600 Drakes that just showed up. Wow. There's 200 Nicki Minaj's that just showed up at the door. There's 400 Cardi B's. Okay, now which one of these is going to serve me the best? Which one of these will keep black people mentally in the worst condition? I gotta study them. Oh, okay, you a little too conscious, Drake. No, you're a little too revolutionary version of Drake. Okay, let me see this one. Okay, all right, now this one here, I can tell he's gonna stay consistent with bragging about being a dope addict, bragging about how much syrup and lean and how many pills he's popping and how many women he. So my point is that they let in who they want to let in, and when they let those artists in, they only let the artists in that they think is going to promote black inferiority, white supremacy.
So with hip hop culture playing such a huge role in our communities, what changes would you like to see?
That then those that are in the industry have to recognize their power that they're yielding in the world. These are the artists. These are the ones painting on the human mind. The artists, you are the ones that are the teachers of the people. You are, and you hear them talking, we're doing this for the culture. We're doing this for the culture. It's for the culture. Now, they might be talking about the culture of hip-hop, but the real truth is they are the ones that dictate the culture of the world. Right. So if you yield in that kind of power, you know, the minister said this one time. He said, the best thing you can do with a gift is unwrap it and give it back to the one that gave it to you. Think about that. Now, you know that there's no schools that teach anybody to flow like Lil Wayne or anybody to flow like Jay-Z. There's no school that teaches how to sing like Beyonce. They don't even teach economics
in the way that needs to be taught.
But you can't learn that. That's a gift. So if God gave you the gift, unwrap it and figure out how you can put it back into his service. And the way you do that is by looking out for what he's most interested in. That's the poor, the oppressed, the downtrodden.
But now I'm going to defend the artist. I used to rap as well. And when you want to give, what I've noticed, when you want to give people what you want them to have because it's what they need, you profit less from what you give them of what they want. When you give people what they want, they coming. When you give them what you know they need to have, the truth, right? And then if they go to church, what are they getting? You know, the pastor stand up there and say, hey, turn your life over, and then he'll talk for 20, 30 minutes, right? But when you give people what they want and what they need, it's hard to pull them in versus giving them what they want. So when the artists give them what they want, their defense is, we just giving the people what they want to hear.
Yeah, but the thing is that, you can't be conscious and corny. You see what I'm saying? Right. You can't be promoting Christ and corny with your Christ. Whatever you promoting, it's got to have a certain, the same flavor, the same packaging, the same swag, if you will.
And it's turning though.
It is because we're getting more conscious. And you see Kendrick Lamar, he's not the low down, beat you down, defame you, but he on the top. J. Cole, not the low down, beat you down, but he on the top. Yeah. So there is a platform for you to manifest your greatness. You just gotta be conscious, but you can't be corny conscious. You still gotta have some flavor with it. So my point is this: the minister said this to them. He said, "You all have a lot of people that have been attracted to you, that you've magnetized to you as you are." He said, "If you go from dirty to clean in one album, you losing everybody." He said, "But the sun, look at the sun, as great as it is, 853,000 miles in diameter, 93 million miles away from us, 14,072 degrees. One ray of light can travel from the earth or the sun to the earth in 8 minutes and 20 seconds because light moves at 186,000 miles per second. This great ball, 853,000 miles an hour, you know how big that is? But as great as the sun is, gives light, life, power, and energy to everything, it rises gradually.
And it
sets gradually. So if you are a star, isn't the sun a star? Yeah, the biggest one in our universe, we say. So if you are a star, then you got to make a gradual shift. You can't go from dirty all the way to clean, but you just got to put some jewels and nuggets of wisdom inside the message while you're saying what you're saying, and pretty soon you can become that 100% authentic new you, and the people that you attracted to the old you will come with you, and lo and behold, they will go through a transformation, a metamorphosis while you're making yours.
And they won't even realize they're doing it.
They won't even realize it because you didn't accidentally on purpose. You didn't catch that. Swayed them your direction. So that's the kind of way that it has to go. And the beauty of it is that with the internet, you don't even need the record label like you used to need them.